Hi everyone, it's Jeanette here from Enthusiastic Gardener, and do you realise it has been a whole year since we had a November garden tour. So today the sun is low in the sky. It was very cloudy and misty all morning and very dark and grey. It's wet and damp and chilly and cold, but there are still some beautiful things in the garden. So I'm going to quickly show you what's going on in my garden. I'm in Essex, which is the southeast coast of England, and we still haven't had our first frost, would you believe? But some of the plants it's ready. It's time for them to go, and I'll be doing that shortly. And at the end of the video, if you stick around, I'm just going to give you a little update on what I'm planning for the rest of the year, because the season is coming to a close and really there's not going to be any more excitement going on in the garden, just maintenance. Well, I'll tell you about that at the end. Let's have a look at what's beautiful in the garden at this time of year. Let's start with some beauty, and we still have gorgeous flowers on the Hebe. I encourage you all to get Hebes, because the Hebe, it blooms early in the year, and then if you cut the flowers off, they'll come back again, and we're nearly in December, and look at that. Is that not the most beautiful, cheerful little plant? And my plum tree, I do not expect ever to get plums because I keep pruning it so much into this topiary shape, but you never know, stranger things have happened. These are my begonias, which, as you can see, the leaves are fading. They won't last much longer. I left them out in pots. I've got 4 pots of those dotted around, and I left the pots out all last winter and they grew again. What I might do is actually plant those into the actual landscape ground. This is my beautiful rose. We still have I need to deadhead, as you can see, but still got a few more buds about to come, and they are the most gorgeous yellow flowers. This is my European fan palm, which I planted a couple of weeks ago, and I'm hoping that this will fill this whole area, but it will take a few years. I believe it grows a foot a year. What else do we have of interest? This is self-seeded Cerinth purpuricans, and I did see a flower. Yes, we have a flower. There it is. Now, I pulled all this out. I planted it, I grew it from seed, planted it earlier in the year, and I pulled it all out, and just, gosh, it's gone mad, and I'm not quite sure whether to just leave it, see what happens. I expect in the frost that will just die back, I assume. And my little Stella cherry, which I had cherries last spring. Well, I had flowers in the spring which turned into beautiful cherries. That's about to drop its leaves. That's my euonymus, I nearly said euphorbia. And the autumn sedum joy is faded. Now, lots of people do leave their autumn sedum joys up for winter interest. I am in 2 minds whether to chop it back, because what I want to do with the autumn sedum joy is divide it. This plant would actually be double the size that it is at the moment, but I did cut some off because it was so big. So I'm going to chop that up, divide it, and make more. And also with all these little carex grasses, let's move that out the way, I'm going to divide those as well. What I was thinking of is I may well put them along all the edges, the outer edges of the circle, so all the way around. So here's a view. The sun is very strong over there, so apologies for that. But as I say, oh, we've got flowers here. This is my David Austin rose, and it's almost December, and look, provided the frost doesn't come and take them, oh, that's just so pretty. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? Yes, I've got lots of them. And my friend Edie gave me this plant, a James L. Austin. This is Rogue Verbena. Now, if you have a verbena, gosh, they seed absolutely everywhere. Now, I make no apologies because I haven't done my weeding, as you can see. That lily to the left, that will disappear, go black and slimy as soon as we have a first frost. That will be gone. Fatsia Red Robin, that looked gorgeous. I've had it for, I think I planted it in 21. So it looked lovely last spring. It's going to be even more beautiful next spring. I'm so looking forward to it. My bulbs are all in. Hopefully everything's going to do well. This is the rose, which has been in my garden forever. I don't know what it is, but look, we have beauty in abundance for this time of year. It's amazing. So if you always remember to prune to 5 leaves, then it will just keep producing, and that's what I've done, and it's working. It works. What I do need to do is, you can see at the back, and every year I say this and I never do it, there's a lot of old dead stems. Can you see the dead stems? I am going to cut them out this year when I do my prune. I probably just chop it down part way for the winter, and then in the spring I'll give it a proper prune. This is a peony which I need to cut back. That is Arissimum, and beautiful purple flowers. It looked gorgeous in the spring. That's done very well actually. And then here is my pear tree. No pears at all, but there you go. You can see in the distance we have the newly potted, or fairly newly potted, red pots. Beautiful lemon cypress, a grass at the back, and a lovely little grass at the front. Let's go round here. Still lots of leaves, and we've got a pennisetum at the back, the grass at the back. Need to cut that down. My beautiful cloud pruned topiary, that's quite new, as are all my lovely heucheras, which, if you know me, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I have a penchant, shall we say, for heucheras. As we move this way over to the shady corner area, just take a look, please, if you will, at my stunning Fatsia Japonica. Has bloomed. We have the flowers, and Richard hacked away. If you saw that video, you would think, well, this plant is a strong, tough old boot. You wait till you see my other Fatsia over the other side. It's looking even more magnificent. There is the famous stick, Aralia elata. A stick once more until the spring. And over here, beautiful Brunneras. I'm so pleased with Brunneras. And last spring I planted all these euonymus to make a little hedge along my path, and they're doing very well. And you would also have seen when we have the Dryopterus ferns all the way along here that I moved some around, so now we've got a lovely row. And what I thought I would do in this little border of containers all the way along, this spring I'm going to have some caladiums. I'm going to get some beautiful white ones, beautiful red ones. I have never had caladiums before, and I meant to get some this year, but time got away with me. But that's what I'm going to do, promise myself, because they like shade. So they will be very happy there. And if we look around here at the leaf collecting section, I'm on my second bag. Funnily enough, the leaves have stopped falling for the moment, but there are more to come. And there are still lots to pick up. This is my beautiful rhododendron, which is in a bottomless container. So that container there doesn't have a bottom. The plant seems to be very, very happy, and I have lots of beautiful buds. I do think I need to add some sort of acidity to the soil, because as you can see, there's quite a lot of mottling. And I don't think that's what it's supposed to look like. I think that means it needs some acid. Anyway, let's walk back this way. It's very, very damp underfoot. I'm so happy with my garden this year. Although I didn't really, what I missed was annuals. I missed annuals, I didn't plant enough, but I had the most beautiful circle of blue lobelia all the way around. But it got so hot this summer for everyone, that unfortunately everything struggled. And the saddest thing for the whole year was my beautiful topiary, which was here, and that's gone. So I need to find something beautiful to go in its place, although it does get shady there, very shady, so I need to research and find exactly what will be happy. We have Nandina at the bottom. This is my beautiful Olivia Austin rose. I will be moving this rose because it just grows so big. I mean, this one here, just as an example, if I was to hold it up, that is at least a foot taller than me, and I am 5'9", in case you were wondering. So I think I'm going to move it. I need to figure out where's the best place. That's my Veronicastrum, which is turning black, needs to come out. Didn't do so well this year. I think I need to move that. All this sort of section from here all the way back to this there kind of is mostly in shade because of the cabin. Let's blame it on the cabin. What was I thinking? Putting a cabin right in the way. And that is my bay tree. And now we are back here where we started, but from the other side. So let me show you my gorgeous Fatsia, which is just stunning. I'm very happy with this area. Let's show you this first. This is my olive tree. And do you remember that I'd researched the difference between green and black olives? They are the same tree, it said, and an olive is green until it goes black, and that's what's happened. Now you can't eat these olives. Well, you can, but you need to cure them and you need to put them in brine, or I think it's brine. So I think I should harvest them. See if I can find out what to do with those. That would be fun. This chair has been a delight. I've sat in this chair so many times. That's the view. It's just lovely. And this is my beautiful Formium, and it's called Brown Sugar. And I just think of Mick Jagger, and it reminds me what it's called. A gorgeous little euphorbia. I've just seen a dog has visited that section as well. So I'll try not to... These, let's change the subject. Carex Moroi Ice Dance. One of my favourites. I've put them out the front and I've put them here. But look at this spectacular Fatsia. And There's lots of insects enjoying this, but that is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I cannot praise these Fatsias enough. Just stunning. And those will go, or they will turn, you can see that wasp, they will turn into little berries in the spring. Look, he's enjoying it. So there's still something for all the insects. And then here we have a yucca jewel. That's very pretty. I'm very happy with that. I probably ought to, at some point, get all the leaves out from the middle. But then again, maybe it's protecting it. Oh, this, do you remember? Do you remember this? If you saw my video, that we chopped off the top of this, well, I was trying to do topiary, and we chopped off, well, the topiary went wrong, let's face it, big time. So Richard just cut across the top, put the little tree house on the top, and look, it's growing. Isn't nature marvellous? It's growing. But it has reverted, it's lost, well, mostly lost its variegation, because now it's decided to camouflage the tree house. It's decided to turn yellow. But that's very pretty. And the Chinese plumbago, there, I think one flower remains. And then it goes into these. They're lovely. Good bit of winter interest. It's looking a bit brown and dull around here. My heucheras, they will shine again in the spring. And we still need to do something with this fountain. I am so delighted with the Trachycarpus fortunei. So delighted. It's already come through one winter. I am fully confident that it will be fine this winter. It's grown, actually. It's got more fronds. Amazing. I love it. And then I have lots of my plants such as this euonymus. You don't have to do anything to it. Give it a little trim, maybe twice a year, and it just looks beautiful. Same as this Nandina. I've never done anything to this Nandina, and that Nandina will go beautiful bright red. That's a little holly, and that there is the Ascot rainbow that I moved. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that does in the spring, because it had the most, they were beautiful flowers, beautiful, and I think here it can really shine and do its thing, and I won't dislike it, the flowers, like I did before. And look at these beautiful flowers on the Mahonia. And it didn't flower at all well. It had about 2 flowers last year. So I'm glad it's happy again. And my Ilex crenata, beautiful cloud pruned topiary. So that's about it really. Shall we go and see Carnival Corner? Let's just walk round. Oh, I haven't shown you my rose and my walnut tree. Losing its leaves. My friend Sandra just dropped round some pretty primrose for me, which are very beautiful, and I think I might put them in here. Apologies for all the weeds. Also need to find homes for these, which are, the 2 on either end are hydrangeas. The one on the right is a limelight, the one on the left is the little lime, and the one in the middle is the Cornus alba sibirica dogwood. So they were in the hospital and I need to put them back. I'm afraid that the new little fountain area is a little bit of a mess, needs a tidy up. But I was very happy with that, and that beautiful little Japanese maple has lost its leaves now. Carnival Corner still continues to make me smile with the flamingos and my lovely rose. So basically that's it. That is it for November in the garden. I'm very happy with how everything looks. I feel the need to sort of pull things out and tidy up, and I'm not really one for keeping things for winter interest just for the sake of it. I know birds like these things, but to be honest, I've never really seen a whole flock of birds coming down looking for berries in my garden or anything. I think they've found somewhere far more interesting than this garden. If you're still here, thank you very much. Yes, there's not going to be an awful lot. Let's just get Lottie, she's crying. Come on then, out you come. There's not going to be an awful, well, there'll be nothing new. It will just be maintenance and cutting things back. Oh, Richard's cookie, we'll go and see that quickly. So what I thought I would do, rather than just take a whole break of maybe 3 months, and I would miss you all, because we do have lovely chats, very lovely chats, and I feel like we're one big family, and it's half the fun of doing YouTube videos is to talk to all of you, and I really, really do mean that, and you give me great ideas. And anyway, I thought rather than having 3 months off, I will do some things inside. Maybe, well, Richard will be doing some cooking videos, which may be quite fun. And also, I feel the need to have a good declutter inside. And I feel the need to be clutter-free for 23. That is my new motto. So I might do a bit of things like that. Might give you a house tour. Of course, I need to tidy up a bit first, because the housework is down there on the list, I'm afraid, when I'd rather be in the garden normally. But anyway, so I have some ideas, and I will try to keep posting. I will definitely do a monthly garden video, because they're very easy, and just to chat, walk around the garden and chat to you. So I'll think of a few things. I'm not one for Christmas decorations. I might show you my Christmas village, but apart from that, I don't think I even had a tree last year, because my village just took up the whole place. Anyway, I'm Jeanette. I am the Enthusiastic Gardener. It has been a wonderful year in the garden, and it's the end of the season. So, but hopefully I will see you again, and thank you for watching. And I'm going on far too much, so take care everyone. Bye.